Hello, everyone, and welcome to Underwater Adventures with Alex Mirabal. Today, we have a very special episode because you will not see us, but we will show you very interesting things. So stay with us and let's dive into it. In this video, we will show you some days of a typical survey expedition, this time in Indonesia, in the south of Sumatra Island. In the voice of Operations Manager Yuri Romero, you will also learn about the long hours of magnetometer survey and the system we created to make it efficient with the means we have. We will give you also a glimpse of how is the life on board of an expedition boat for some days. You will see some interior of our expedition, which is not what is normally portrayed in the documentaries. So let's do it.
Can be boring. That's why demand of focusing and a little bit hope in the next coming anomaly. This transfer during the shifting actually is the action and the most checking part during the survey time.
Avante, avante.
We started to use this system to replace the surveyor on the track in real time during the expedition of Lindenhof in the southeast of Sumatra, 2008. The idea is to economize fuel and, of course, to optimize the survey time. And believe me, it worked.
During a magnetometer survey, you are just towing the equipment behind the survey boat and recording the data in the computer. You have to navigate over a grid that you previously created in the electronic chart of the area, based mainly on the depth, so you know how much cable you have to put behind your boat to get the magnetometer deep enough to make the survey, and you don't leave gaps or blind spots unexplored. Adverse weather, rain, waves, can impact on the quality of the data. Sometimes the depth sounder lose the signal and you lose that information. You can be pushed away from the line you have to follow by the waves. So this is all elements that you have to take into account when analyzing and processing the data on board of the ship after the survey. If the data is not reliable, you may need to repeat part of the survey you already did, which nobody obviously like.
Okay, Sir, you're the engine man of Discovery, right?
Yes.
And then what are you doing in Burak?
Just helping to recover the magnetometer.
Great. That means it is part of your multitask rolling here.
Yeah. All
Thank you, Zio. At the end of the day, when the survey is done, we have to recover the magnetometer. It is quite a hard job, because we cannot stop the boat. We have to keep moving and pulling the heavy sensor, the cable and the ballast to avoid any contact with the seabed. Once the equipment is safely on board, we go back to DSV Discovery to process the data.
After completing the survey in the south of Sumatra, we needed to move the ship to a new location to explore. I can tell you that starting the engine in that old boat, the Discovery, built in UK in 1950s, I can't remember exactly the year, but it's a very old boat, is a very curious process. You have to start compressors and the many little tricks that every old boat had. Only Manny and Sio, or Filipino crew, were capable of making that look easy every time. This new location was 3 days of navigation away. It was not that far as it may sound, but our ship had a speed of 4 to 6 knots, meaning 4 to 6 nautical miles per hour, so it was really slow. During those long navigations, there is not much one can do. Catching up with paperwork, do some maintenance works in the ship, and keep a close eye on your surroundings for safety. Remember that in Indonesian waters have been reported various cases of piracy. So it's better to be attentive and be aware of which boats you have around. Even in the evening, you can see the lights of boats nearby you. Normally, they are fishermen, but it's always good to have a good eye on what is around you. The new location was no other than the infamous Bangka Strait wreck that we presented in a previous episode. The wreck with no visibility whatsoever that generated so many stories and stress within the team. I will leave you with the underwater images recorded in the best visibility day we had, so you get an impression.
Manny, do you dive in Bangka Strait in BST-001? How was the job in there?
For me, it's like thrilling because I don't know what's down there because it's very dark.
It was quite scary, right?
Yeah, I scared. I was scared.
Sometimes some head fall on your legs. Do you remember that? It was really scary, and it was just the mud was this shape, like round shape, and then you get afraid because it was like a head falling in your legs. Really dark. Really hard, dark, strong current. It was a hard time over there. Really hard time.
I like so much. I like very, very much that diving. Good
It was-
experience.
Yeah, challenging but good experience.
yeah. Good
Yeah.
experience.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah.
It is an adaptation you created to use the Canon G9 in this kind of housing, which is not for this camera.
Yeah,
In the camera that
Yeah.
it is recording now, in this camera.
yeah, that's camera.
Okay. Let me see.
In which part?
Yeah, this part.
Can you try to show us?
We also explored a very interesting wreck that we call gas O18, probably English, from the mid 19th century. As it was quite deep, somewhere around 60 meters of depth, it was fairly untouched and easy to find artifacts on the seabed, exposed on the seabed. Swimming through the site, you could see glass bottles, a variety of ceramics and pottery, case gin bottles, and even we found a bronze lantaka, a swivel gun typical from that geographical area that they are beautiful. I think I have shown it in the Bronze Cannons episode, so you can check on that episode and see it is a beautiful cannon. We found it in that wreck as well. We wanted to show you in this episode what a few days of an archaeological expedition look like. Not everything is diving. You had seen the contents, maintenance works, navigation, some of the free time that the crew has as well. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, and let's keep on diving.